Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Leo's spiritual path reading for December 2022. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out here on YouTube. I also want to remind everybody that you can get in contact with me here in the comments below the video. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I also want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much. And again, thank you so much. I also want to remind everybody to go ahead and check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising signs, as it can help give you a broader picture of what may be going on. You can also check out the mid-month readings that I offer here. You can also check out the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Leo's spiritual path for December 2022. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. All right. So we have the 8 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and at the bottom we have the Empress. So already we have 3 threes out here. So 3 is the number of creativity here. So just right off the bat, there is a highly creative vibe taking place here. And with the 8 of Cups here, it does appear that you are walking away from something. There's this sense with this card that's like the party's over, last call, and you're headed off to the after party, or you're off to do something else, essentially, as you leave what you were doing behind. And here we have a moon in its moon phases, so do pay attention to the planets, the transits, the moon cycles, as this can help you view a broader picture of what may be going on, and also help you with the timing of things. You can also utilize these energies to your benefit as well. But you are walking away from something, and you are headed towards this team of some sort, which I feel like this is kind of why you are walking away, is because you're coming from a place that didn't have this like team vibe to it, which you were really hoping for, and it's kind of what you've been seeking, is this kind of team vibe, this team effort here. But it does appear that you are moving towards this team vibe in a kind of team scenario where you'll really be able to implement all of the knowledge and the skills that you have acquired up to this point. And you're also going to be learning a lot from these people that are on your team with you. They're also going to be learning from you. And whatever you're working on has a certain element of spiritual sustenance to it, as we have 2 what we'll call Eucharists on this cathedral art here. But you do bring an important role to this team, and this team is has this real celebratory energy, again with this 3 of Cups here. So this is really talking about coming into this collaborative team, one that is it's not just work acquaintances, but these are becoming your friends and your allies, and people that you can really celebrate this group achievement, essentially. And at the bottom, we have the Empress here. So this is going to create a lot of growth in a lot of different ways in your life. This is going to open up a lot of new opportunities for you, and create a greater sense of stability here, as a stool with 2 legs can't stand up, but a stool with 3 legs has a certain level of stability and can stand on its own. And this is what you bring to this team, is this extra leg that is much needed in the structure of this team here. And so you're really nurturing this new endeavor and this new team that you find yourself in. All right. This is the Yogic Path deck. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Leo's spiritual path for December 2022. 3 cards, please. Thank you. And while there may be moments of silence, while I may be shuffling the cards, do pay attention to anything you see within your mind's eye. You might hear a word or some song lyrics. A strong emotion may bubble up. You might smell something that reminds you of something, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading, as we're not together in the physical. I am connecting to your energy. So your energy is very much a part of this reading, and in a lot of ways it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself. So do pay attention to those. 1 more card, please. Too many. 1 more card, please. Thank you. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Thank you. And I have to say, there is a lot of blue here. Pink and blue. So we have Samadhi, Brahma, Kali, and Kriya. I was having a hard time reading for a second. All right. We have Samadhi here. So this is essentially the goal of meditation, or one of the goals of meditation. So Samadhi is speaking of a union or a complete merging into God or the self, or however you word that, whatever your path is, merging into oneness with the universe, or whatever your path may be. And again, these are not religious specific readings. These are talking about energies, unless, of course, you're engaged in one or more of these traditions, in which case the reading can take on an extra layer for you. But this is talking about this merging with the divine type of thing. This also is speaking of greater insight within yourself and highlighting the importance of meditation here as you move forward. And I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but this individual's, all of their chakras are lit up here. Even the crown, but the heart is really highlighted here. So this loving vibration really coming out of this nurturing energy seems to be pretty strong in this. And then we have Brahma. So Brahma is the creator god, and part of the Hindu trinity of Vishnu is the preserver god, and Shiva is the destructive force. destructive god, and Brahma is the creator god. And essentially these three are one. So again, we have these three. So this creative energy, this god of creation, the creator god. So there's something in this team where you are really coming strong with this creative energy here. Whether that be in the art or some sort of art form, or you may be creating a publication, a blog, a movement, so a social movement or of some kind. It's a little unclear, but this is really coming in strongly. My voice is going out, so there is an importance to really vocalize whatever you are creating here. But with Brahma here, the creator god, do know that whatever you're working on, this creative endeavor, is really being sparked from the divine. The divine is working through you and your team to make this come to fruition here. And then we have Kali. So Kali is the goddess of time and change, power, but also creation and destruction here. So again, with this creation and destruction. So something definitely has to be walked away from or destroyed in order to create anew. Also, this creative endeavor may have to do with taking the rubble of the old and creating it anew, creation out of destruction here. And then we have Kriya. So Kriya is usually... So there's two things. Kriya is a school of yoga unto itself. There are also various practices in a couple different kinds of, or schools of yoga that practice certain kriyas or practices known as kriyas. So this word can kind of be used both ways. But a kriya is essentially a techniques and practices, almost in a ritualistic fashion, to come to a certain spiritual awareness about things. But what I really see here is that this individual is offering their jewel of their heart to the jewel of the divine. And there are jewels raining back down here in this reciprocity. As you give of yourself to the divine is also giving back here. All right. This is the Wisdom of the Buddha deck, as I call it. Please give us 3 cards, 3 messages for what is on Leo's spiritual path in December 2022. All right. All right. 2 more, please. Two more cards, please. Thank you. One more. Thank you. So we have Now, these are from the Buddhist tradition. These are more from the Hindu tradition. But we have Kali Torma. So again, Kali is different. Kali Torma. This is the same Kali, the goddess of time again. So this is talking again about this destruction energy. And it says, conquer ignorance and delusion through helping others. So this team, when you come, you are definitely going to be highly appreciated because you actually bring the needed elements to create this stable structure that is needed for the team. But this is saying conquer ignorance and delusion through helping others. So this team effort is going to help the team. It's also going to help you. But whatever you're working on here is to help others. So continue to work on whatever this team scenario, this creative endeavor is, because it will clear out any ignorance or delusions that you may have in your mind. And we have the red Dakini. The red Dakini who dances in white Mahakala's heart. And the message here is, love is the most powerful force of all. So this is about engaging in this collaboration with the full force of your heart, having your whole heart into this endeavor, really being in love with what you're doing. And again, love is the most powerful force of all. Love is more powerful than willpower. So if you try to will this into existence, you'll probably be able to do that, no doubt. But if you come at it from the heart space, creating it with love, it's almost like it creates itself. And in doing it from the heart space, your creation is in alignment with the divine. So move with the heart. Move as the heart. And then we have Vishnu again. And I just noticed Shiva's on here. So we have the full Hindu trinity here. We have Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. And Vishnu is here riding Garuda, the bird man. So Vishnu, God preserver of the celestial realms. And the message here is, the life force within us is the same power that created the universe. So this is reminding you of who you are and the amount of power that you or anyone, we all possess within ourselves, the same power that is within you, that has your body animated, that has you looking around, that's seeing through your eyes at this very moment, is the same power that created the universe. And this same power, this power that it has done all of this, is the most powerful force of all. This love. Love is the most powerful force of all. This is who and what you are. This is what the divine is. This is what all of our reality is being manifested out of. This is the screen that our reality is playing on, is love. Now that might sound like an abstract concept, or that might sound like poetry. But from this side of the lens, that is the only way you can talk about it. All right. This is the Gita deck. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Leo's spiritual path for December 2022. 2 or 3 cards, please. 2 or 3 cards, please, for our Leos. Thank you. 1 more, please. All right. 1 more, please. All right, 1 more. That's too many. All right, thank you. All right, we have covered soul. Let's scooch these a little bit. We have covered soul and rare soul. So this is really talking about your soul here. And when they're talking about this soul, they're talking about this love, this power that is the most powerful force of all. And it is this life force within us that is the same power that created the whole of the universe. But a lot of times, especially when we're driving really hard with willpower, trying to make something done with our will, this, the knowledge of this becomes covered, this covered soul. It's covered over. You can't see. And I'll read the back of this here. As fire is covered by smoke, as mirror is covered by dust, or as the embryo is covered by the womb, similarly, the living being is covered in different layers of lust. So a lot of time, now lust can be anything that we are yearning for. So it's this lust that covers the soul and covers our recognition of our true self as love. And so, like I said, lust can be anything that we're yearning for. This can be a cup of coffee, I'm hungry. It doesn't have to be lust in the way that we think about it in the West necessarily. This is anything where the mind or the body is yearning, where it feels incomplete. So this can be, like I said, this can be anything. It doesn't have to be sexual in nature. And a lot of times when we're driving really hard with our willpower to make something happen or to get something, it is actually stemming from this yearning of the body and the mind. There's something that feels incomplete, and that's where this yearning comes from. But you are already complete. This love is complete unto itself. It doesn't need anything. It says, rare soul. It says, out of many thousands of men or women, one will attempt to reach perfection, and out of the few who reach this goal, only a rare soul will perhaps know me as I am. Now, this is the divine speaking, saying only a rare soul will perhaps know me as I am, this love. But also this is saying only a rare soul will know me as I am. Now, everything that has consciousness and that can verbalize says I am. Spirits say I am. God says I am. You say I am. Demons say I am. This is all saying the same thing. I am. This consciousness, this point of perception, this burning flame of this love that has created the entire universe. This is the I am. And so this is kind of saying that God or the divine is saying only a rare soul will know me as I am, or know me as you, to recognize that this thing within you that has self-recognition, that says I am, is in fact the divine. So there's this samadhi point of merging here that the divine is wanting you to catch hold of here. All right. We have the Gods and Goddesses deck. Please give us 2 or 3 cards, please, for what type of divine energies are surrounding Leos on their spiritual path in December 2022. 2 or 3 cards, please. All right, one more. It's too many. 1 or 2 more, please. Okay. We'll take. All right, we have Skanda, we have Ganesha, Vrinda Devi, and Vimana. All right. We have Skanda, the god of war, and he's here talking to Ganesha here. And Ganesha is the son of Shiva. But this is Skanda, the god of war. Now imagine you're on the battlefield and the person you are about to go to battle with shows up on the back of a peacock. This is the kind of energy that's coming in for you. His blessings are preservation of youth, prowess in the military arts. So this creative endeavor, like I was saying, you may be starting some sort of movement. So there might be some strategic arts necessary in this. And again, strategic thinking in politics. So this might be a political thing you're doing. Leadership qualities in the time of peace here. So it does appear that whatever this team is doing will definitely give it a place of prominence and a certain level of persuasion. But definitely coming with a strategic energy. Then we have Ganesha. Now Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. His blessings are removing obstacles. So whatever obstacles, and it appears like in this 8 of Cups energy that there has been this obstacle removed for you, and that's why you're able to really walk away from this. But also any obstacles that this team may come up against, that they're quickly getting removed. Peace and prosperity. This is why you've left where you were at, is because you're seeking peace, but also prosperity. And this team kind of offers a little bit of both here. Physical and mental powers. So you're definitely using your mental acrobatics on this creative endeavor with this strategic energy. And you're definitely coming in strong, feeling good. Success in initiating new ventures. So this is a new venture, and so the divine is granting you with success. We have Vrinda Devi, the goddess of devotion. And her blessings are residence in a holy place. So here we have this team basically meeting in this cathedral or a temple or something like this. So there is some sense of where you're actually doing your work at is could be considered by one or more traditions as a holy place. Now, this doesn't have to be a church or things like this. Even just out in the woods, this is a holy place. Out by the river, this is a holy place. And really, all of reality is this holy place. Believe it or not. Proximity to natural beauty. So this may be in nature. Devotion to Krishna or Vishnu. So these are manifestations of the divine. So devotion to the divine, the spirit, the universe, whatever your path is, whatever that may be, whatever terminology you use for that, there's a devotional element to that. Physical health and well-being. So again, with this, you're feeling good, you're feeling healthy. You have this wellness of being. Then we have Vamana. He is an avatar of Vishnu as well. His blessings are receiving charity. So this team may be receiving some startup funds from a charitable source here. Another blessing is resisting cheats and tricksters. So this team is quite savvy, I feel like, in a lot of different areas. And in part, this is why you're leaving, because you're kind of sick of you're kind of sick of cheats and tricksters, and kind of a underhanded way of dealing things, or perhaps you felt left out to a certain extent, and so you are leaving these things behind. Another blessing is being charitable in the right spirit. So this team is going to allow you to give to others. And what was it? Conquer ignorance and delusion through helping others. So this is definitely going to be helping others. And the last blessing here is ability to use trickery for a good cause. So whatever this is definitely a good cause. And again, this might be some level of social or political work. It may not even be on that spectrum necessarily, but whatever this creative endeavor is a good cause, and you're being granted the ability to use trickery for good. So this strategic movement, and sometimes this type of trickery for good can be like you leave an envelope of money underneath a homeless person's pillow or in their coat or something, and they didn't see you do that, and you didn't stick around to collect the kudos. This is you're being tricky, but there's no malice intent. You're actually blessing someone by doing this. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Leo's spiritual path for December 2022. Excuse me. 3 cards, please. Thank you. Two more, please. Excellent. All right. To make sure I press record here. Oh. All right. This says the law on here. It says, if there is a judge, you are it. Judge. So again, what they were talking about, this rare soul. Only a few, or a rare soul, knows me as I am. So you're it. You are the I am. You are the judge. So there is some judgment calls you're going to have to make. And usually in the past you might have looked to other sources or source material to determine what is the right move to make. But you're kind of taking the reins here, and you are becoming the source of this judgment call here. It says, the war has reached a critical point between Atlantis and Mu. So these are 2 ancient civilizations, supposedly pre-Ice Age, that deal with things in a different kind of way here. And what you could almost see this as is this battle or this war between the heart and the mind, or this heart power and the will power. And it's kind of reaching this critical point. The heart always wins. Love is the most powerful force of all. The heart always wins. It's like the house always wins. It says, keep up the good work. So continue to build what you're building, because you're building to this pinnacle here. And the divine is coming in and giving you some recognition for this hard work that you have already done to this point. Keep up the good work. Keep doing what you're doing. Even if you have to walk away from something, keep doing what you do. It's like what I tell my people, just do what you do. Things will fall into place. Just do what you do. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what are the hindrances on Leo's spiritual path for December 2022. 3 cards, please. Three cards, please. All right, this one hit first. All right, one more, please. How's it going to do? Okay. All right, we'll take them. All right, so we start out, we have the Queen of Discs here. So this is like the Queen of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite. And this is the Thoth deck here. Excuse me. So there is an element of being too practical about this that will be a hindrance for you, because this new team may not appear like the practical choice here, but this is exactly where you're meant to be. Also, walking away from whatever you're walking away from also doesn't appear to be a practical move. But again, you're beginning to follow the heart now. You're not following this mind or the willpower as much as you were. So the heart doesn't deal in practicalities. To follow the heart does not appear practical. But this is actually what the divine is guiding you to do. It's follow the heart. The Prince of Swords. So there's an element of, or the Princess of Swords, excuse me. So there is the importance not to be too heavy-handed in this team scenario, and also in how you walk away from this old. And there's also speaking of maintaining emotional balance, and if you don't, that would be a hindrance. Being a little too fiery will also be a hindrance. And here we have the Princess of Discs, or the Princess of Pentacles, as it were. So you are definitely going to have some options open to you that may not be this team, that may appear more financially lucrative. But to go with those would be a hindrance, because you're being guided to follow your heart here. And so a lot of these options are not on your heart's path. And here, yes, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So this wealth. Now, this normally wouldn't come out this way, but this is in the hindrance aspect. So this wealth, this drive for wealth, is going to be a hindrance. That's not to say that this is not going to provide wealth. But again, this is not, this doesn't appear practical, but this is going to be very fulfilling, and is actually taking you to where the divine is wanting you to go. There's an element of destiny here. And so what looks good on paper is not always what feels great in our day-to-day life. All right. Please give us one or two cards, please, for what is on Leo's spiritual path in December 2022. One or two. So the gift, whatever you're bringing to this team, is something that you think of as your gift. You are a gifted individual, and it does appear that this is a creative gift that you have. You're gifted with this from the divine. Let's get one more, please. One more. Thank you. And the serpent. So the serpent generally is speaking of ancient knowledge, wisdom, things like this. So you have the gift of wisdom here, and in a creative way. This is kind of interesting. And if you want to drop in the comments what this is, I would love to know what that is. This is also speaking of shedding old skins. So you are shedding the skin of the old and becoming anew here in this team endeavor. But like we have a skull right here. So something's got to go in order for this skin to be shed here and for this gift to really shine. Something's got to go. Isn't that the way it is? All right. Let's get a couple messages from the Oracle of Rama deck. First, we pick a Divine Guide card, or it picks us, rather, and then we'll get a couple messages from the Greater Oracle of Rama deck right here. Here we have the number 2, and then these have corresponding messages on there for each Divine Guide card. But the number 2 is the number of choice here. So the Divine is letting you know you have a choice in this. You can go with the money. It's saying that it's going to be a hindrance, but you could choose that if you wanted to. You could choose to not follow the heart and continue to do things relying on your willpower, essentially doing things the hard way. You could continue to do that. This is your choice. Nothing's being forced on you here. Little bug here. But this, the message here, it says the power of destroying obstacles. So again, with this message from Ganesha. So this choice might seem like not the most viable option, because it seems like there would be a lot of obstacles to overcome in this, and you don't get the big money, or at least that's not the way it looks initially. But the Divine is coming in and removing any obstacles. I mean, if you the reading is saying this is the option you want to go with. This is the option that the Divine is kind of highlighting for you in this reading. So again, it is your choice. All right, please give us 2 or 3 cards, 2 or 3 messages for what is on Leo's spiritual path in December 2022. Pick that up off the floor. All right. Let's get 1 or 2 more, please. Thank you. All right, this says misfortune and grace. So you are coming from something that felt like a misfortune, but the Divine is also trying to move you towards this path of grace. And the message here on number 2 is a time to reflect on our actions and their karma. So with this kind of tug of war between the heart and the willpower, the heart and the mind, the Spirit is really asking you to take this time and reflect on how these things that you worked into creation with your willpower, with your mind, how did those pan out for you? Are they still around? Are those things still with you? Or when you let go of them with your mind, did those things also go with it? The thing about the willpower, whatever we create with our will, we have to maintain with our will. Whatever we create with love creates itself and maintains itself. One is this uphill trek, and the other one is like coasting downhill. But do take this time to reflect on how these things work differently and how they feel. And also asking what part of you gets gratification from these will-powered creations. What gets that boost? And then what gets the boost when you create things out of love? These are your questions to ask. And then cultivating virtues. And the message here is divine grace to overcome obstacles is required. So you have multiple cards on the table talking about overcoming or destroying obstacles here. You have this divine grace. And like I said, this path is the one that the divine is trying to grace you with. To step onto this path, the divine has already has to be bestowing you with grace. So your grace is at hand. This divine grace. And again, these obstacles are being removed for you on this path. All right. Oh. Tiny. All right, we'll split the deck 3 ways, and then we will take the tops of the splits. Green, orange, purple. Gratitude. So, having an attitude of gratitude is really what makes things tick in our life. A lot of times this is highly overlooked, this gratitude. Having gratitude for where you've been, the obstacles that you have already overcome. Having gratitude for this new team, having gratitude for this gift that you've been bestowed from the divine. Having gratitude for this love. Having gratitude towards the divine. But an attitude of gratitude. Essentially, gratitude is love. And this actually attracts more of that. Orange. Overwhelming. So you are definitely coming from a place that was overwhelming in a lot of different ways. You're not feeling included. You're feeling excluded. You're feeling like kind of wiped out. And there's this feeling of like, well, the party's over. Wherever you're coming from, that party's over. This can be overwhelming, especially when we have certain elements of our identity tied up into this party or into whatever this was that you were engaged with that has now come to an end. This can be very overwhelming, and you could almost see this person as walking away to find themselves. And you find yourself in this team, and you fit really well like a puzzle piece into this team. You make a complete picture here. But to choose the path that does not appear practical on paper is also overwhelming. To to not choose the money on the paper can be very overwhelming. But if you stay in your heart space and you move with love and you're viewing the world through the lens of love, this definitely diminishes this sense of being overwhelmed. And what you could really do is, wow, I'm really overwhelmed, having this gratitude. Thank you for bringing me this overwhelming feeling so that I can transcend it. Thank you for teaching me these important lessons through this overwhelming feeling. A lot of times, if things were easy for us, we would never change. There's a saying, the universe had to make you uncomfortable or you would never move. So this is what this feeling is doing for you, is getting you moving. Rest, relax, relief. So this is kind of what you're heading for, and I feel like in between this ending and this new beginning, there is the necessity for rest, relaxation, and finding relief. But I really feel like you find this relaxation and this relief when you get into this team or this collaboration, because then you kind of feel in your place. You can kind of let that big sigh of air out. You can release. I'm not sure what to call this one. Please give us 3 cards for a final message. What would you like to leave Leos with for what is on their spiritual path in December 2022? 3 cards, please, for a final parting message for our Leos. That's way too many. 3 cards, please. Thank you. The Ace of Swords. Right, thank you. All right, we have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and at the bottom we have the Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of cups out here. You're definitely in your feels about this whatever you're walking away from. And you're equally in your feels about this celebratory collaboration. There's a lot of emotions tied up into this. So we have the Ace of Swords. So you're definitely coming to a certain truth here, and this is why you're walking away. And I feel like this isn't a new truth, but you've had about enough of this truth. You kind of see things how they are, and you're like, okay, I'm done. But when you do that, you have this breakthrough into this collaboration, this growth, and that this actually is going to be the most successful for you, even though on paper it doesn't look that way. That's where you want to be. Then we have the Knight of Cups. So again, with this creative energy here, riding forward with this creative energy with a lot of grace, really coming with this heart, this love and compassion energy in your cup, holding it high for all to see. So it does appear that you are moving forward with this heart energy. And we have the Five of Cups. Excuse me. So you're definitely feeling pessimistic about what you had to leave behind. There is an element of regret because a lot of your identity is tied up into what you were doing. But it's like these three cups have been spilled over, and usually in the Rider-Waite deck, you can tell that the liquids that have spilled out are red and green, representing wine. And this person has lost their taste for wine. Essentially, there's been a major party foul, and the party's over. It's all spilled out. So the party is over, but you still have this gift and this grace and this heart space. And that's what's in these two cups back here. When this person is done lamenting over the past, they turn around, they grab those cups, they take this bridge over this river of emotion and find sanctuary in this building or this castle in the background here. But there is that energy. And at the bottom, we have the Queen of Cups. So you're definitely wearing your emotions on your sleeve, as it's hard to differentiate the water in this picture from her cape, her attire. So you are definitely wearing your emotions on your sleeve. You're also moving forward with a lot of intuitive insights into things. You're really moving on intuition here, and that really comes from being in this heart space and moving forward with the heart. The heart is like the epicenter of this intuition here. And as you move forward, you get into this collaboration. You're feeling definitely in the flow of things. Your gifts and your creativity start to flow. And you're feeling quite emotionally balanced as you move forward here. We have the Temperance angel. So again, this stability, this balance here. Really being on your purpose in this new team. Finding this sense of harmony in this new collaboration. And as you do this, you find that your connection with your guides and the spirit becomes stronger here. And whatever this team is, this is something that the divine has put together for you. It knew that you would be right here, right now. And so it has put this together for you. And in the background, the sun is rising. So this is this dawning of this new day for you, coming out of the night and into the light here. And your heart is again open. It has the name of God or the divine written on your heart. Your third eye, your intuition is just brimming here. And you begin this journey forward. We have the Chariot. So this is a very ambitious move that you're making in this team. But you're really moving from the heart space. And I know the Chariot a lot of times speaks of this willpower, but this is speaking of this heart power. This type of manifestation here. What's driving you is the heart. And again, this also speaks of overcoming obstacles. So you have many messages that you will be overcoming these obstacles that seem at some point like unsurmountable. But you are being granted with this blessing of these obstacles being removed for you, because you're coming so strong with this heart energy. And again, with the balance of the light and the dark, but also there is on one shoulder pad, there is a sad face. On the other side, there is a laughing face. So again, with this wearing of your emotions, but they're in balance here. And you're not pushing either of them away. You're actually wearing them both. And your heart is again lit up. Your crown and your third eye is definitely illuminated. And this is, I believe they were trying to draw a lingam here, which is in part of this practice to Shiva. But it represents the universe, our reality. And so this is this chariot that you're riding here, and your spirit guides are definitely pulling the chariot forward. We have the 7 of Cups here, so there is going to be a lot of options open for you. And this collaboration is one of the options. And this will be very obvious to you, because it's going to strike a chord in your heart and with your gift. So you're going to know which one option this is. But like I said earlier, there's going to be other options available to you. And these other options have an illusionary aspect to them, as they only look good on paper. There's a lot of these options will be full of wishful thinking with no actual like payout to them. So this collaboration is what the divine is wanting you to head towards. I saw what was underneath there. So, but then we have the 9 of Wands. So definitely this whole thing, even though it looks pretty good, it is giving you some worry and some fear, some anxiety, perhaps some restless nights, feeling like the whole universe is weighing down on you. This is the type of pressure you're feeling to make the right choice. The world is, of course, calling you to make the most practical choice, but this is not what your heart is saying. And so these feelings will diminish when you do choose the path of the heart here. But the Spirit is wanting you to know that this is why these are here. This overwhelming feeling is going to be present for you there. I saw what was, try not to see. All right. Then we have the King of Wands. So you are moving into this leadership position. This team does appear to have some leader influence to it. But you're becoming the leader in your own life here. You're the judge. You are the I am. You're it. So as you move forward, you're really moving forward with this visionary energy and honoring yourself as the judge, as the I am, having this gratitude for yourself. You're doing it. You are it. So we'll go ahead and leave this reading here. Leos, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement. It seems like the path has been laid out for you. But you must be the one to make that first step onto this path, as hard as that may be. So If any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. It really does mean so much. And again, Leos, I'll catch you on the next go-round. Peace.